the GameCube over the Nintendo 64. Oh, didn't have to share with your brothers. That's definitely a plus. Okay, here we have the start of the match. We have pknm and MIdnightFox. MIdnightFox was Linus O on the Free Internet Chess server. pknm was also on the Free Internet Chess server as pknm. And we have eekarf and YaMutt. YaMutt was Kren on the Free Internet Chess server. So Kren lives in New York City. eekarf grew up in New York City. So these guys have been friends and chess and bughouse buddies for a long time. Kren is known for being super fast and playing decent chess. Oh, but just as I say that, Kren gets mated. eekarf is known for being a relentless attacker, but being relatively slow compared to a lot of other bughouse players. So I expect to see a lot of attacking moves. I felt like that knight was, or no, the knight wasn't hanging because probably there was a pin there before. pknm, of course, loves to attack. And MIdnightFox has several different gears. MIdnightFox won the Bughouse World Championships in Berlin, I think 5 years in a row. He was partnered with Nils Grandelius, Grandmaster, when he won those. Friends from Sweden. Nils doesn't play much Bughouse nowadays, but MIdnightFox has kept up with the Bughouse. pknm using a queen for defensive purposes, which also covers this file. So MIdnightFox definitely on the defensive, but he has a few pieces covering this key square. Are we gonna take this? I guess this is the threat. Take this way. Okay, so we're still guarding this, and now we have a vacant square where a rook can drop or a queen. That was created by YaMutt. MIdnightFox up about 5 seconds. So it's going to force eekarf to roll out a few moves. Now this knight guards the queen, but the knight is in take. That leaves a vacant square for a queen. You could see knight come in here. Pawn, I guess, on g6. eekarf would like a pawn. eekarf now suddenly is up time. Bishop or pawn, very good for eekarf. There's a pawn. Putting it over here. He gets a promotion. eekarf trying to get initiative. eekarf a bit of an initiative hog. And knight can just take back. Knight can take that again. I guess he was just trying not to get flagged there. So first blood goes to pknm and MIdnightFox. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I missed the first game of the series. Our score is now 2-0, favoring MIdnightFox and pknm. Or no, I guess I was here, but I forgot about it. MIdnightFox has started attacking. His knight is in take. Maybe he does something about that. Looks like eekarf is already going in. but so is pknm. pknm doesn't care much about his knight or his queen, he cares about his king. So, oh, eekarf doesn't have a queen to play with. Queen trade on offer. YaMutt is down time. These squares are covered. So YaMutt doesn't have very much you can do here. Just gonna try to cover up this queen file. Oh, I thought we'd see bishop check. There's the bishop check. MIdnightFox still on the attack. So that would vacate a square for the knight, I guess. This fourth knight would be helpful to MIdnightFox to continue his attack. Actually, this square is looking juicy here. So I guess the idea is if we take with knight, then there's mate immediately. So we have to take with rook. So the idea of bishop, if he takes, queen can take, but we want to get like new queen in check, maybe. Pull the knight back. pknm on the attack and pick up a knight. And I think his king can live. We'll see though. pknm doing a rook lift. MIdnightFox is picking up some material as he attacks. And I think this is going to help pknm to mate. And this is going to be mate. Nice mate for pknm. So this is the open section, which means that we're playing with a 2-minute time control. And is the first to 9 with a win by 2 condition. Our score right now is 3-0, favoring MIdnightFox and pknm. eekarf and YaMutt have had some problems scheduling their matches, mostly because eekarf currently lives in Israel, and YaMutt lives in New York City in the United States. YaMutt works, so isn't available during normal working hours. So it's been a challenge for them to find times that work for both of them. pknm down a little bit of time. So maybe, oh, I was going to say take the knight, pawn check, but that didn't happen. Is this mate? No, not quite, because the knight guards against the smothered. pknm up about 7 seconds, which is huge in Buckhouse of this level. It looks like YaMutt. Oh, maybe knight in first, and then we do this promotion. YaMutt definitely gaining some material. And he has a good attack. He's saving his queen to drop later. So really all eekarf needs to do is survive. Now this smothered mate would work. Not so much anymore, but still rook takes pawn seems good. And it looks like eekarf and YaMutt have got a game on their side, so our score is 3-1, favoring pknm and MIdnightFox. MIdnightFox trying to tempo this queen a bit. Get some initiative. He would like a few pawns. pknm trying to get this knight out of his house. If pawn takes, then we would reveal the rook. So I guess he's going to leave the knight there for now. Oh, MIdnightFox is marching old Harry the H-pawn up. I like this knight drop. YaMutt is getting a good attack though, on this rook for example. I think knight drop would have been good before. MIdnightFox continuing with his plan. And eekarf gets a smothered mate on his board. So this match is looking a lot closer now. Our score is 3-2. Still favoring MIdnightFox and pknm. But some of the momentum is on eekarf and YaMutt's side. They've just won 2 in a row. Oh, I missed the message from Chess Warriors Pro. Hello, I hope you're doing well. eekarf up about 3 seconds. Not entirely sure what eekarf wants. I think bishop f4 could be a thing. I guess he's given YaMutt a chance to get a little bit safer. Bishop f4 was played. I think I liked knight at h5 here. This king is a little vulnerable. So queen mates for pknm. It's a free rook, but at what cost? Okay, so his idea is if knight takes... that's surprising. Now he could offer a queen trade. And he has. I think if you're pknm, you just block. Because you have really nice diagonal going there. YaMutt is on the attack. Could just pawn check. You may be waiting for more material. Pawn check, if king ever goes over, then you have this. You could put a pawn in to tempo the rook. Does this mate you? Bishop check, we take. A little scary. So YaMutt chooses to defend. Maybe knight check here. And pawn takes and get a square for your knight. Or get a square for a future knight. Okay. MIdnightFox trying to get more pieces on the board. MIdnightFox is still up about 1 second. Chasing the queen around because the queen does mate. This actually... Oh, never mind. This looks really scary for eekarf. Oh, you could have taken that. What happened? Oh, YaMutt flagged. With eekarf all of a sudden... At the very end, eekarf had an attack, but eekarf's opponent, pknm, could have just played knight takes knight and been safe forever. MIdnightFox starting to attack those dark squares. Knight wins queen. I think we take that. This is a little bit scary, but I think MIdnightFox can live. So might as well take the material. Maybe he's considering bishop takes pawn first. MIdnightFox down about 1 second. I should mention if a rook comes for YaMutt and MIdnightFox doesn't defend, then he would be in trouble with rook check, rook takes rook, knight takes pawn, king takes bishop, and new knight in. That would be very scary. But I don't see a rook forthcoming in the near future. So I think one of these two moves is what we're considering. Ooh, okay. The pawn mated, but rather than waiting for that, he's rolled out a move. eekarf on the attack. Maybe, no, actually that mates him. I think he probably take this knight away. Okay, he's leaving the threat. And eekarf is defended and still has an aggressive position. MIdnightFox has run out of time. So our score is now 4-3, favoring MIdnightFox and pknm. eekarf is going to be attacked, but if he can survive it, then his attack looks pretty good as well. Are we taking this knight? Okay. Ooh, that looks pretty scary. We do rook in. eekarf notices he's down 10 seconds. So he calculated, didn't see mate with what he had in hand, and decided to keep moving and play safe. MIdnightFox seems to have a fairly safe king, and he's making some threats. Might see this move. pknm goes for some safety. Rook would be good. Rook for d8. Oh, YaMutt has a great attack here. I think eekarf realizes that his partner wants trades and he just needs to live. And that's mate for YaMutt. Mate in 1. eekarf just needs to live for 1 second. And there it is. Our score is now 4-4. All tied up. Very close match. And I remind everyone, this is first to 9 with a win by 2 condition. So we're not even at the halfway point. eekarf is attacking. I probably would have taken the queen here to threaten this. But he's chosen a different way. Take that. Yep. Maybe pawn in. I think he can live over here. Okay, that's a little bit surprising. I think this is gonna help pknm get much safer. Oh, YaMutt giving up a queen. But he still has a decent position. He's got to watch out for something here, followed by knight at h4. He would love to have a knight. But I guess another option is just to throw a bishop in. Okay, that is very adventurous. So a rook would be very good for MIdnightFox with rook at h1. And if he takes, then pawn check, knight check, and he wins. We're going to see rook at h1 for sure. I don't like that. Maybe this works too. MIdnightFox is up a little bit of time. eekarf has been trying to hold pieces. Oh, that knight's going to be the death blow, I think. I think queen here, bishop in, might have been mate before. Is this mate? Oh yeah, that is mate. All the squares are covered. Mate utilizing pretty much all 4 knights. Our score is now 5-4. Favoring MIdnightFox and pknm. So MIdnightFox would like 2 pawns or a bishop to win the queen. Something like that. MIdnightFox up maybe 1 second. pawns are still very good. YaMutt, I think kind of pre-moved, dropping the bishop on h5. Of course, loses a queen. Now eekarf has to play this game down a queen. eekarf choosing to go for the attack rather than defending. pknm would like some pieces. Okay, queen mates for eekarf. eekarf team is now up a significant amount of time. I don't think this queen is coming anytime soon though. And YaMutt really needs to defend a few of these scary threats. Gonna see queen in. Maybe that doesn't lead anywhere. Okay, he's choosing just to take some material, it looks like. eekarf trying to keep the mate in net. So see the queen sack. MIdnightFox seems perfectly safe, so that queen sack was fine for his team. He's on the attack. The free rook. Doesn't even want the free rook. Free pawn. Okay, he's going for mate. Doesn't care about any move that's not mate. Nice mate by MIdnightFox. I think he had other possible mates as well. He was just had such an overwhelming advantage as far as king safety that was decisive. Our score, by the way, is 6-4, favoring MIdnightFox and pknm. This defends a weak square, also attacks. YaMutt has picked up a piece. Defends mate at 1. I like YaMutt's position a lot here. He's just putting so much pressure on. eekarf staying about even on time, making threats of his own. Maybe this. YaMutt picks up a free queen and also has the attack. You just take, look for a pawn. Now all of a sudden, MIdnightFox is the one attacking. H6 is still weak though. pknm is attacking eekarf. Oh, eekarf is trying to trade the queen. This is a little bit adventurous. We're going to see bishop check, rook takes, pawn takes. Oh, that's mate. Nice mate for eekarf. So our score right now is 6-5, favoring MIdnightFox and pknm. Queen trade has happened. YaMutt putting pressure on MIdnightFox. MIdnightFox grabs a free pawn with some threats. And YaMutt wants some running room for his king. pknm making some trades. G2 is now a little bit weak on the MIdnightFox board because pawn at c6 means the bishop can't defend. MIdnightFox offers the queen trade, but YaMutt wants to do it while aiding his own development. YaMutt getting some initiative here. pknm is down about 15 seconds. Probably going to be decisive. YaMutt has a lot of extra pieces. So new knight in, I assume. We'll win a queen and keep the tempo. There's a mate threat here with rook check. Okay, we're going to put a rook here, win the queen. That's not where I would have put the rook, but I guess it works. Maybe even better than what I was thinking. Okay, this is going to be mate for sure for YaMutt. pknm trying to get an attack, but he just doesn't have enough steam. We can take that. That's a win for eekarf and YaMutt. We are now at 6-all. Very close match. Bishop battery. And sack the bishop to get this great position. You're going to tempo the queen. MIdnightFox has an amazing attack. YaMutt just gives up the queen for king safety. Might be a queen trade on the eekarf board. I assume we're going to see knight check, but maybe that doesn't lead anywhere since the bishop guards. Does this lead anywhere? I guess not. Oh, okay. This makes sense. He's trying to pile up on this diagonal. Now knight check. And pawn takes. Oh, he didn't do that. A little bit surprising. So queen or bishop has to land on G. Yeah. If a pawn was there, he would for sure sack the queen. Oh, this looks pretty crushing. He puts it further back so that he has knight check and goes to d8. Oh, that was his was that an existing queen? That wasn't even a dropped queen. Okay. Interesting. So we could try to vacate that square. There could be checks, but I think pknm is safe enough. He's putting another piece on the board. If this queen goes away, then this threatens mate. MIdnightFox is attacking. Pawn check, pawn mates. And actually, you have bishop takes, so let's mate. YaMutt up a little time. Oh, this is actually mate. Wow. So if queen takes, knight takes, and then we have queen in. Amazing win by eekarf. His partner was mated in one. Great job, eekarf, relentless attacker. So our score is now 7-6, favoring YaMutt and eekarf. YaMutt trying to tempo the queen. Oh, but first he's gonna cover up the scary file. I think we take this way. So queen mates for MIdnightFox. I don't think it's forthcoming. What else can we do? Maybe this for MIdnightFox, try to get the rook in. More likely he just... Is there a way to somehow tempo that? Maybe he just wants... Okay, he's waiting for pawn in. Knight is now under attack. He trades it for the bishop. eekarf is up about 5 seconds. So YaMutt is going to use that time to get safer. Get all of his pieces into the game. Oh, I would have put the knight on the other side, but maybe this works. And eekarf runs out of time. That was a pretty close game, though. YaMutt had an incredible attack. Our score is now 7-all. All tied up. Great match here. YaMutt on the attack. We would like probably a knight. Bishop at e7 could be an idea. You could just bring the rook over. And knight in is good as well. YaMutt is up time. Looks like he's getting that knight. So we're probably going to see knight at f5. Like pknm and MIdnightFox are sitting it down. pknm doesn't really have an attack on eekarf. Okay, so now the knight just like straight up mates. Oh, that's a really nice find. The idea here is if this happened, then bishop here was mate. There was a nice continuation by YaMutt, which is the pieces in hand. Now a knight mates in one. And that's a great example of the principle that if you're sitting for a piece that is crushing, you should be thinking of moves that you could do with the pieces you already have in hand while you're sitting. So queen mates for MIdnightFox. I don't think it's forthcoming though. MIdnightFox also down some time. Puts a knight there. Gets to defend f2 more. I would have thought a bishop would make more sense. Maybe he wants to save the bishop for g5. Okay, so a knight now mates. Okay, we have pawn check, new knight in. eekarf has to be very careful about what pieces he gives. So we might see like new knight at f2 if the knights trade. He's just retreating. Wow, it looks like YaMutt is going to be able to consolidate. Going to come to down to a time scramble. I like bishop h6, helps defend. Oh, bad pre-move by YaMutt. You see YaMutt was trying to move instantly to flag MIdnightFox. It ended up, they were up about 4 seconds at the end. So I think he should have done less pre-moves, a little bit careful. But it's easy to Monday morning quarterback that sort of thing. Our score is now 8-8. We're all tied up again. YaMutt is on the attack. eekarf on the attack as well. So he wants to go for these light squares. Rook in the back, I guess. Okay, he just wants to pawn check first. Maybe rook at e4, or rook at h1. Okay, he's choosing to do this with initiative since he has another pawn to drop. So he could win the queen with rook check, but I'm sure he wants better. Oh, that's mate for Midnight Fox. Some other mate. Our score is now 9-8, favoring Midnight Fox and pknm. This is match point for Midnight Fox pknm. YaMutt on the attack. On in, I assume. If king takes... Oh, king is definitely not going to take. Now you have knight check. This mates. Knight check, pawn check, knight check. Okay, he didn't drop the knight check. I mean, this still probably mates. If we take that queen. Why isn't he doing the knight check? That's weird. Okay, bad pre-move from Midnight Fox. And YaMutt has made it. We're all tied up again. I think we're all tied up. Yeah, our score is 9-9, all tied up. So no longer match point for anyone, because you need to win by 2. It's interesting. So he's sacking the knight because it would help get the pawn in. Oh, and he just gets a free queen out of it. I mean, I guess this is a reasonable trade, but YaMutt gets an attack from it. YaMutt just going to develop. So and then knight takes pawn. So if pawn in here, we'll probably see knight takes. YaMutt has kept his king safer, is on the attack. Here works. Some passant. Interesting. Okay, I thought we'd go at f3, but this works as well. Maybe a little bit faster. eekarf seems to have a safe king, but eekarf is down time, and pknm is going to get to chess him a little bit. I'm eekarf, maybe I take a few free pawns from my partner. That's another free pawn. He didn't want that one. I guess a draw is on offer. Yep, there's a draw. Score's now 9.5 to 9.5. All tied up. So knight would win a queen for YaMutt, but he's down time, so it's not going to come. Maybe just get this bishop active. I don't know. Knight still wins queen. There's the knight. YaMutt going back to safety. This is a great move. We threaten this pawn to just liquidate all the attackers. YaMutt probably sacks his queen here to keep some semblance of an attack. Although he's down a bunch of time, so he might just have to accept that he's losing these two pawns. Push the pawn, castle in one of these directions. YaMutt is going to have to play chess for a bit. Looks like eekarf was trying to force some trades for his partner. The trades may end up being good for his opponent. Take this and take the knight. pknm, I'm going to utilize these queens to get safe forever. This queen is somewhat misplaced. pknm just has a huge material advantage. More queens, if they trade, not going to benefit YaMutt. MIdnightFox, his king is just safe forever. So this for sure is going to be won by pknm and MIdnightFox. Whoa, that was a mate in one threat. All right, I believe our score is 10.5 to 9.5. Hold on, let me go ahead and block this person who's matched me. pknm gives up the queen. MIdnightFox trying to be aggressive. YaMutt gets to play up a queen now, though. That's a free pawn. A lot of holes in the position. Threat of a knight mate. Pawn takes. Maybe bishop here. Okay, so he's making a space for like a new knight in. And you could take this. Yeah, that's a great move. eekarf still on the attack. Let's defend some weak squares. Attack and defend whenever you can. eekarf has a great attack. Looks like MIdnightFox has got an attack over here, but YaMutt has so many extra pieces. MIdnightFox does not have much to work with. You can just take this. eekarf is safe forever. That's a win for eekarf YaMutt. And I think our score is 10.5 to 10.5. So we're all tied up again. MIdnightFox is saying what is rules? Win by 2. So I do believe if they get to like 16 to 16, then it will become sudden death. At least that's the way it worked last year. We haven't had something like that this year yet. Hey GM BMW. Our score right now is 10.5 to 10.5. All tied up. Hey Swole. Hope you're doing well. eekarf has a nice attack. We could grab this rook file. Okay, he's grabbing a free dude, threatening this. I don't think he has enough time to take this. Knight check, gonna be good. You can pawn check, win the rook. I like pawn check because you can also get rook over. You save your rook, get another piece in the game. But if he knew he was getting a knight or rook, then pawn at b6, sorry, pawn at b7 would be more precise. He is up 1 second. He's just going to go rook over immediately. The queen can always take this. eekarf is perfectly safe. So we could take this one. Even knight here is still fine. The bishop covers. On the other hand, YaMutt has a little bit of problems. Maybe he's considering queen at h1. Queen at h1, pawn takes. King takes. Pawn check and just take the rook. That's okay. That works too. eekarf is just going for mate. But if he just takes the rook, then his partner can mate. Our score is now 11.5 to 10.5, favoring YaMutt and eekarf. So YaMutt has won a queen. And in this square, another pawn for YaMutt. Wow. Oh, wow. Rook takes, pawn. This is amazing job by YaMutt. Pawn mates. That's match point. GG's. So final score is 12.5 to 10.5. Favoring eekarf. Oh, just little ease. eekarf and YaMutt. Alright, I'm gonna reload the calendar, but as far as I know, that's the last match that's on the calendar for today. So there's still a bunch of matches that have yet to be played that ought to be played by the end of the day today, but probably won't be. So we still have Return to the Liger and Clock King Switcher versus Bughouse Knight and Chess Brainiac, which has not been played, supposedly postponed. The YaMutt eekarf team still needs to play against Chicken and Firefly, and they have to play their third match as well. So hopefully some of those matches get scheduled. Let me just check really quick in the Discord, see if there are any other matches scheduled that I didn't know about. Scheduling. Yeah, I don't see anything else scheduled. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave this voice chat. We're gonna start looking for someone to raid. So anyone has any suggestions, let me know. Looks like we have some good possibilities. So I see Radon is streaming, Johan is streaming, and Papa Pizza Chess is streaming. Let's just see who is streaming variants here. There's also Kitty Puff, who seems to be a new 4-player chess streamer. So maybe I should raid her since we raid on all the time. I think that's probably the move. Raid a new streamer. There may still be founders badges left in her channel. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks to Firefly for joining me for some co-commentary for one of the earlier matches in the challengers section. If there are more matches later today that are added to the schedule last minute, I will try my best to cover them. And I'll try my best to cover matches on Monday as well, if there's some that are postponed. But yeah, we are rounding out the end of the group stage. And next week, we're going to be getting into the single elimination bracket. So a lot of fun Bughouse still coming up. Congratulations to the winners of all the matches that we watched today. And look forward to seeing you guys on a later stream. Have a great afternoon, everyone.